Okay, I just wanted to make a quick video dealing with an issue that was actually left out of one of the previous videos, which talked about corridor creation and corridor surfaces, and something I forgot to note, which works perfect because it leads to this specific problem. So as we work through our bridge design, we've created our corridor, created the boundaries, and now we're spitting out cross sections. And as we look into our cross sections, we start to note that sometimes our daylight's actually matching our existing ground surface, but sometimes we're having these issues where it seems to be doing all right, and then it just shoots off into nowhere. You can see that here, and for the most part, we're looking at it's only doing it on the right side for some reason, but then we note it's starting to kind of do it all over the place. And there's a lot of issues that could be underlying here, but the primary issue is with our corridor surfaces, so which is what these section lines are based off of. So as a quick review here, so this is our corridor. It's kind of funky. We have a lot of hill slopes and different things. But if we take a look, we've previously created our corridor top and datum. And to review that process real quick, if we click our corridor and we click surfaces, this is where we created our corridor top and datum surface here. We set top links, datum links, all that good stuff. So now we have these surfaces. So if we review just our top surface here and take a look at the surface properties, I'm just going to put it at contours and triangles so we can take a look just overall of what it's covering. And you'll note here it's a much smoother line and boundary compared to what our corridor was. So if you remember that shape, and if I turn it off, and you can see what it's doing is smoothing out around the edges, the far extents of our corridor, and not actually shrinking to the physical boundary of the corridor. So to deal with that, and that's one of the reasons our cross sections are off, because it's trying to snap out here to the edge of the corridor surface instead of right here. So if we click on our corridor again, go to corridor properties, and now we did our surfaces, but we need to go to boundaries. And here it shows our two corridor surfaces, but if we click on each one, right click, and we want to click corridor extents as the outer boundary, and now it actually creates a boundary. We'll do that same for the datum. And now what this does is it acts as a shrink wrap around our, or a clipping tool you could say, around our corridor surface based purely on the extent of the corridor itself and not the smoothed out outline. So just to reference, if we go back to the corridor top, displayed it again, now we can see it conforms exactly to this boundary. And if we scroll over to our cross sections, we'll now note all of those issues have been solved. This project still will require a lot of special ditching, but as far as the actual links, the daylight links, they're all working and snapping exactly to the existing ground surface. Okay, so that's it for this video, and again, apologies for leaving that out of the corridor surfaces video. I'll add this as a amendment sort of to that one. Thanks.